This will unlock the Lakers as a longtime target for the team. Is still out there on the free agency market. In today's video, we're going to talk about how this player fits next to Luka Doncic and the new look Los Angeles Lakers, and how the Lakers can potentially acquire him if they want to. And welcome to Lakers Digest, guys. My name is Hunter Pitcoff, and we cover everything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers. It might be the offseason. Football started, yes. But with that being said, actual Lakers basketball is up on the horizon in October, and they report the training camp at the end of the month. If you want to be a part of that, guys, surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers, everything you want to know about this team, we give you guys around-the-clock coverage here. Just under 65% of you guys watching the videos are not subscribed. If you're one of those people, and that's the majority of you, stop what you're doing right now. Hit that subscribe button, because I promise you guys, this is the place you want to be if you want to know everything surrounding your Lakers for what is going to be a very fun, exciting team season for the Purple and Gold. But I don't want to keep you guys waiting too much longer on today's video, because this is going to be a fun, interesting one, and how the perfect fit could still be out there for the Los Angeles Lakers. And that player is none other than Malcolm Brogdon, who obviously has kind of bounced around the last couple of years, but this is somebody who is a veteran or journeyman, and despite the fact that he's getting up there in age, this is still could be a very perfect fit for what the Lakers want out of their guards and what they need on the roster right now. If you look at what Malcolm Brogdon did last season, 12.5-ish points per game, 4 assists, just under 4 rebounds, did not shoot the ball particularly well for the Washington Wizards, going to be 33 years old during the course of this season. But this is somebody, too, who also does bring a lot defensively to the table, has always been a very good on-ball defender, can play on the ball, can play off the ball, and can fit the defensive scheme that J.J. Redick likes in a smaller-ish guard like a Malcolm Brogdon, for example. If we're also going to look at, too, what he has done throughout his career, he's definitely a better three-point shooter than what he showed last season. And if you look at what he has done the last couple of seasons here, 41% for the Blazers, 44% for the Boston Celtics, and that is what led him to be the sixth man of the year that season with the Boston Celtics, and someone who's consistently been able to score the basketball quite a bit here. And like I said, guys, generally has been a better three-point shooter than not. So perhaps maybe we could chalk it up to the game that the Washington Wizards just were not a very good basketball team last season. And the big concern, though, obviously with Malcolm Brogdon, guys, of course, is the injuries. I mean, you look at the last 2 seasons, just 24 games in Washington and then just 39 games with the Blazers. Now, again, these teams were also bad, too. So maybe Malcolm Brogdon had less of an incentive to really play. And maybe those organizations also at the time didn't really want Malcolm Brogdon to play, too, because this was somebody they were probably trying to trade and keep his value alive. So that also could be half the case. But again, Malcolm Brogdon, as we look to at his injury history here, he has struggled to stay healthy. I mean, really just 3 seasons where he's played over 60 games. I mean, that's kind of the biggest red flag with Malcolm Brogdon. Of course, guys, I say it on this channel all the time, the best ability is availability. And especially the last 2 seasons, that has not been the case at all with Malcolm Brogdon. And even despite the fact that he's a little bit older, I do think that is the main reason why he has unsigned, is because of these injury concerns that Malcolm Brogdon does in fact present. But in terms of what he does on the basketball court, the Lakers, if he happens to check out with their medical staff and they think he's good to go, this could potentially be someone that makes a lot of sense and can really fit what the Los Angeles Lakers want, what J.J. Redick wants in his rotation. That's going to bring us to the next part, guys. Yes, Malcolm Brogdon, a good player. I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. But the future flexibility of the Los Angeles Lakers does kind of hinge on not only signing a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, but how they want to operate with this roster entering this season and throughout the course of the season. Because right now, if you want to look at what the Los Angeles Lakers have available here, they have 14 full-time players on the roster. You need 15 guys. That's the most you can have. That does not include the two-way players. So they do have a roster spot to add a guy like Malcolm Brogdon or anybody they really want. However, what the Lakers don't have right now is the flexibility to do that. The reason why that is the case is because, yes, they do have an open roster spot, but they are just $1.1 million under the second apron tax for the NBA. So that basically means that the Lakers don't necessarily have the money to do this. If they want to trigger a hard cap, then they're going to be very limited under the new collective bargaining agreement here to make bigger moves. So to do that for somebody like Malcolm Brogdon or really any sort of unrestricted free agent doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. No matter how much you really like this guy, I don't know if there's somebody available there that necessarily makes sense for that. However, though, Malcolm Brogdon is definitely someone to keep an eye out on for the Lakers during the course of the season, because this could be somebody who I think eventually might very well get signed, and maybe this video doesn't even apply. But at the same time, though, if he still is available and really just kind of waiting for the perfect opportunity, he could be somebody who's a trickle-down effect of a move that the Los Angeles Lakers could potentially make. Right now, it looks like this very well might be the team that the Los Angeles Lakers go into training camp with. However, crazier things have happened. You remember last year, Karl-Anthony Towns and Julius Randle got traded for each other like right before the season started. Like, these two guys were all-star, all-NBA caliber players that got traded for each other right before then. So if the Lakers decide, hey, you know what? There is a move out there. Maybe someone like Andrew Wiggins, just throwing a name out there, someone they've been linked to. Perhaps that's a situation where they, again, the Lakers, under their current salary cap situation, they have to give up more cap than they're getting back in return for any player. So if they want to give up some of these expiring deals, like Gabe Vincent, for example, I think Malcolm Brogdon could slide right in to the Gabe Vincent role in the event he gets traded. Or maybe, who knows, maybe Malcolm Brogdon does remain unsigned for a while. The Lakers do make a move. He could be that perfect guy because he's got pretty similar game to someone like Gabe Vincent, plays good defense, can shoot the basketball. But Malcolm Brogdon actually does bring a little bit more. He's a very good pick-and-roll player. I believe a little bit more of a consistent shooter than somebody like Gabe Vincent. And in the event they move someone like Gabe because he's an expiring deal, perhaps the Lakers, they feel pretty good about themselves at a certain point of the season. If they make a move, Malcolm Brogdon's still available. I think that's more likely a situation where you see someone like Brogdon get added to this Lakers team. This is someone who the Lakers have been linked to for a while, not only just this offseason, but multiple trade deadlines have passed where Malcolm Brogdon was somebody who, according to the Lakers, made a lot of sense for that team. But, of course, either the math didn't work, couldn't come up with an agreement, and he still remains unsigned at this point. And if there is any sort of action, not only surrounding this particular video, but anything surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers, I promise you guys, it's going to be covered here on this channel. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. Again, almost 65% of you guys watching the videos, watching already, you're already watching free content about your Lakers, are not subscribed. If you are one of those people, you've watched all the way through this video, hit that subscribe button because I promise you guys, this is where you want to be for what is going to be a very, very exciting season here for the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll have it covered here on Lakers Digest.